Good morning, students. I am Anita Sehgal, and we are discussing Chapter 2 of 10th class Federalism. We have discussed that federalism is a system of government in which power is divided between central authority and various states. Then we discussed the features of federalism, that the source of revenue of each level of government is clearly specified. Then we have discussed the difference between unitary and federal government. In unitary government, there is found government at only one level, but in federal system, government is at more than one level. Then we discussed different roots of federalism. In coming together federalism, independent states come together on their own to form a bigger unit. But in holding together federalism, a large country decides to divide its power between the constituent states and the national government. Now we are saying that India is a federal country. Question arises, what makes India a federal country? In India, we have government at more than one level, so it is a federal country. The legislative power in India are divided, so we can say that there is federalism. We have union list. It includes subjects of national importance such as defense, foreign affairs, banking, communication, and currency. The union government alone can make laws on these subjects. Then we have state list and concurrent list. It contains subjects of state and local importance such as police, trade, commerce, agriculture, and irrigation. The state governments can make laws on these subjects. And in concurrent list, subjects of common interest of both union government as well as state government come, such as education, forest, trade unions, marriage, adoption, and succession. Both the union and state governments can make laws on these subjects. If there is any conflict with each other, the law made by union government will prevail. Then we have residuary powers, subjects like computer software and internet which don't fall in any of the list that come up after the constitution was made. According to our constitution, union government has power to make laws on the residuary subjects. 2 or 3 levels of government we have. In the beginning, before 1992, we have 2 levels of government, and after 1992 a third level, local government, was included, and each level has its own jurisdiction. Then we have rigid constitution. Amendment in the constitution is not easy. The parliament cannot on its own change the constitution. Any change has to be first passed by both houses of the parliament and with at least 2/3 majority. Only then a change in the constitution can be made. Then has to be ratified by the legislature of at least half of the total states. Then we have independent courts and interpretation of the constitution. That is why India is a federal country. The judiciary plays very important role in overseeing the implementation of the constitutional provisions and procedures. In case of any dispute about the division of the powers, the high courts and supreme courts can make decisions. Then we have independent resources. The union and state government have power to raise resources by levying taxes in order to carry on their works. Thank you and have a nice day.